any of the previous shows that have been aired here on 99.1. I list them on our website, thesunshinecenter.ca. You can go there and hear some previous shows. Just give us a couple of weeks before they actually get put on the site. So, Francesca, tell me, you came specifically today to talk about Bach flowers, and what does the listener need to know about Bach flowers?
Well, maybe to introduce the Bach flowers, I could let speak Nora Wells, which was the most close co-worker with Dr. Bach, who invented or who discovered these remedies. And she writes, will you, for the next half hour or so, turn your thoughts from the healing of the sick body to the healing of the sick person? For Dr. Edward Bach, after many years of research, gained the knowledge that our physical health depends upon our way of thinking, our feelings and emotions. Well, that was written in the beginning of the 20th century. And I think nowadays, even the scientists in allopathic medicine have come to that conclusion that our physical health depends a lot on our thinking, feelings, and emotions.
It's about time. It's about time.
But this was something really new and really unusual when Dr. Edward Bach discovered these flower medicines. To be very short, what are they? These are elixirs, 38 elixirs from different flowers, bushes, and trees that act not on the physical body, but on your emotions and feelings, that help balancing imbalanced emotions, imbalanced emotional states. That's basically what Bach flowers are. Now,
give us an example. For instance, I understand, from my understanding, because I did take a course back a few years ago in energetic medicine, my understanding is that each flower, bush, and tree have an essence in them that like a key to unlocking, for instance, emotion of fear.
Exactly.
So maybe you can go into that a little bit.
Yes. Well, Dr. Bach studied homeopathy, and the Bach flower remedies are like taking homeopathy a step further. It is really the energy of the plant, because our emotions and our feelings are the energy of our body. So it takes the energy of the plant to produce the key to unlock restrictions or imbalances. So an example, maybe the remedy most people know most is the rescue remedy. And a lot of people know rescue cream or rescue remedy because this is the one you find in almost every pharmacy now. But actually the rescue remedy is a combination of 5 flower essences that help in a state of shock or trauma to balance our emotions, and it helps a great deal. I just took a few drops before this interview because this is my first experience. It helps to calm down nervosity and.
That's right. So it's has a calming effect on the body.
Rescue remedy, yes. Yeah. But there are many others. Rescue remedy, in fact, is the only combination that is sold as a combination. Yeah. All the other combinations from the 38 different plants can be prescribed by a Bach flower practitioner, or you can take them on your own.
So you mentioned earlier, I just want to tell the listeners that you can actually purchase these Bach flower remedies or Bach flowers in a pharmacy.
Yes.
Like
yes.
Jean Coutu.
Jean Coutu in Cowansville has them, for those who are in the area. Has sometimes not all of them, but has them.
Has some, yeah.
But one bottle of essence lasts for years if you use them just for your own. So if you just want to try them out, I suggest you go and see someone who makes you a mix, so you can try
like
them
yourself,
out.
Yeah. So tell me what would but just let me remind our listeners that they're listening to CIDI 99.1 FM community radio station. So tell us how a client would come to you, for instance, and how would you proceed? How would you introduce Bach flowers to a session?
Well, session can go on in different ways. One of the most common things is that I ask specific questions. I have a questionnaire. For example, I would ask, do you have feelings of apprehension, anticipation, or uneasiness with no known cause? And if the person says yes, this would give me an indication. Or I would ask, do you fail to learn from your experiences? For every flower, for every remedy, there are 3 questions. This is one way I can really go through a questionnaire.
Oh, that's quite advanced. It's like quite a science.
Yeah, it is not just
psychology meets energetic medicine.
Lot of psychology in that. And by the way, this is also something I really like. That I'm listening to people, and I'm absolutely convinced that the remedies work. But a very big part of it, when you go and have a consultation, have a session in Bach flowers with someone, is the fact that somebody listens to you. I listen to people. I try to find out what is really bothering them. And it can happen that someone comes and says, I'm so depressed, I think I need something. And then during the session, which lasts an hour, I find out this is not really depression, this is suppressed anger. So it's really
very common. Yes.
Yeah, this is just an example, but sometimes people perceive an emotion themselves, an imbalanced emotion, but it's not the source of that.
It's always a mask. It's something underlining it.
Yes. So it can be very useful to see someone. You can use the Bach flowers by yourself. There are books you can look up. There are websites you can look up for different. If you have different fears, because there are 4 or 5 different remedies for fear. For fear, for example, let's go with that.
Sure. That's a big one.
For example, you have fear from the unknown. You can't name it, but there's a fear feeling. This would be another remedy. As for example, if you are very fearful when you have to go to the dentist. This is a known reason. So to go to the dentist would be another remedy than this unknown fears.
So you're aware of the fear. It's going to the dentist and getting that pain or whatever. But you're talking about fears that we're not aware that we have, but it's ruling our life.
Yes, okay, or fears you fear somebody could come into your house, and it's not a fear with a real foundation, with a real.
So there's this sort of person that is afraid of his own shadow. Every situation could be a potential catastrophe.
Exactly. So this, for example, would be aspen. I would that would tell me, well, this person maybe needs aspen, which is one of the
aspen is a tree.
Aspen is a tree, and remedy. As far as I know, I haven't made them, but as far as I know, it's made from the flowers of the tree.
Oh.
Yeah. And maybe I can very shortly explain you how these remedies are made.
Yes, please do.
There are two methods. One of the methods is you take a ball of clear rock water, source water, and put the flowers on top and let them sit in the sun for the best is from sunrise to sunset. So the energy of the flowers will go into the water.
So the flowers, are just like sort of floating on the water? Okay.
Yes. And this is a very classical method of making